Did you want something? I see. If you have the time, then please assist me. I am to water the flowers in the greenhouse. Thank you. Only do not water the ones in that corner. They are from Dusker. They require a dry environment. The roots will rot otherwise. Yes, they are. I owe you a debt of gratitude. In both the extracurricular activities here at the Academy and on the battlefield, your presence has been instrumental in the defense of His Highness. You have my sincerest thanks. I see. Was there something else you wanted? Then please, excuse me.
To-do, hey. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not bothering you. Looks like you're pretty deep in thought.
Does it?
I just wanted to stop by and ask. It was your turn to cook last night, yeah?
Yes.
Well, it was great. I was wondering if you could give me some tips. You know, teach me how to cook. I hear a girl loves a man who can cook.
Sylvain.
Yeah?
You are from Fargus. You must understand how it appears for you to spend time with one from Dusker. To be near me is to invite tedious misunderstanding.
Oh, please. I don't care who misunderstands what about me. I talk to who I want. Besides, I believe the Dusker people are innocent.
You do?
Fargus and Dusker have been friendly since, heck, forever. So why would our old friends from Dusker just up and assassinate our king? It doesn't make sense. Sure, there are probably folks from Dusker who don't like Fargus. But do I think there's enough of them to mount an attack and slaughter the king and his whole company of elite guards?
It is difficult to believe, considering the discrepancy in skill and number.
Right? At most, I can see a misguided group of people from Dusker conspiring with someone else who had plans to dethrone the king. Maybe they were even lured into participating and used as scapegoats. Regardless, it doesn't concern you or the rest of your people. A person can't be judged by the worst of their kind. Or where would any of us be? Besides, people like to talk about me anyway, so let them talk. Okay, you're making a weird face. What did I say?
I have misjudged you. I was under the impression you only cared about women.
Well, I'm glad I've cleared up that misunderstanding. But really, there's no way I'm the only person who figured all that out. There must be people who think like me in Ferdiad, including His Highness.
Agreed. But whatever the truth, we are still perceived as traitorous assassins.
Once a misunderstanding takes hold, it isn't easy to clear the air. Not without solid evidence of the truth. But even if we found evidence that your people are innocent, those negative sentiments wouldn't disappear overnight. The only thing that can change that is time and effort. Depressing, isn't it?
Time and effort. Yes, I believe you're right.
Man, that got serious. Shouldn't we lighten things up with a nice cooking lesson?
Very well.
Oh no, this isn't right. Now what am I supposed to do?
What's the matter, Mercedes?
I accidentally made this food much sweeter than I wanted.
Let me taste it. Yeah, a little sweet. What if we try adding a few spices?
Huh? This is delicious! You're an amazing cook, Ash!
My dad used to own a restaurant. I helped out a lot around the kitchen, even as a little kid.
Wow, that's a lot of responsibility to take on at an early age. No wonder you always work so hard. I might learn something if I watch you cook.
Well, no promises. I just have a little bit of experience, that's all. But look at you, you're great at baking cakes.
It's true that I'm quite good at baking, but I'm not the best when it comes to seasoning. Maybe it's because I don't like spicy food? It's tough to make food taste good when you don't enjoy it. I just had an idea. If the reason I can't cook spicy food is because I don't like it, then all I have to do is eat some spicy food. If I learn to like it, then I'll be better at making it, right?
I don't know, maybe. What makes you say that?
No, none of that matters. Once I've made a decision, I have to go with it. I'll make something spicy right away.
Oh, this won't end well. If I leave her to it, she'll make an even bigger mess.
Hey, Ash, which seasonings should I use? These ones?
Hold on, Mercedes. Let me show you. That one goes best with meat, but for stir-fry, what you really want is this.
All right, time for some more. Oh, Petra. Hi.
Caspar, do you want to train with each other?
Yeah, sure.
You have had new training recently, and great improvements. I want great improvement too. Will you give me help?
Well, hey, look at that. You pay more attention than I gave you credit for. I have been trying new training methods. They're definitely paying off. My movements are much sharper lately, more precise.
I am knowing that. I want that too. You teach, I learn. We both get more strength. It will be greatness.
All right. I guess we can give it a shot. Petra?
Yes, Caspar?
No, never mind, sorry. I was just thinking about something else. Nothing at all, let's train.
I heard a question in your voice. Say it.
No, it's really nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I will not be worrying. Can we begin the training?
Ah, fine. We can talk about it if you insist. You can stop pretending like you don't know.
What am I knowing?
About my father.
Your father? He is of the military in the Empire. I hear he has great skill.
No, not that. Well, it's kind of about that. I'm talking about when Dagda and Bridget invaded the Empire. My father led the Empire's army that fended off the invaders. Your father was in that battle. Did you really not know? My father killed yours.
You... How long have you had this knowing?
I just found out recently. I had no idea before then. But it's all I've been able to think about since.
So, now you have the truth.
Petra? Damn it. What am I supposed to do now?
Scampered up to me, hopped in my lap, and scarfed it all down in one bite.
That sounds terrible.
I was looking forward to that sandwich all morning, and then she scurried off like nothing happened.
All right then. What do you feel like doing today?
Why'd you sigh like that?
It's not a problem, is it? I could tell you were holding back a real monstrous sigh yourself. Figured I'd get one out for the both of us. Felt great.
Oh, I see. Must be nice, sighing whenever you feel so inclined.
Oh, why not try taking a deep breath whenever you feel a sigh coming on? Trick yourself out of it.
I tried that once. It went okay at first. but then I had to exhale.
Right. Guess they're too similar for that to work. Does that mean yawning is a no-go too?
I'm pretty bored right now, so maybe we'll find out. But I don't yawn very often, to be honest.
Because you sleep when the sun goes down and wake when it rises, yeah?
Yep, that's been my routine for a while now. It's easier than contending with a full day of boring stuff.
Come on, everything has its quirks. I don't think I'd call anything in this wild world boring.
Really? Because you don't seem to take much interest in your own future.
That's not very nice, is it? We really aren't all that different, you know? I'd wager you haven't given too much thought to tomorrow either.
Quiet. Don't pretend you can see through me. This pointless chatter has made me even hungrier than I already was. I'm off to the dining hall.
Just wanted the gal to relax for a change. She's as prickly as ever.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Not Gaming Show. My name's AJ Gels. How y'all doing? We are back with another interlude. This is chapter 5, I believe, for Fire Emblem Three Houses.
A stone. I do not understand. Yet, as I think of it, the pounding in my chest grows faster still. But is that me? Or is it you?
Oh yeah, BTW, this is also the Blue Lion run. By the way, I guess I don't need to say BTW, then by the way, I guess that is slightly redundant. Either way, it doesn't matter. We are, doing interlude things. As you saw there, I ran a whole bunch of supports at the start of this video. If I remember correctly, yeah, this is the... Hey, have you ever been to the sauna? So, let's use the sauna. Oh, gosh. I could use that to boost my supports with Ingrid, but at the same time, I feel like I should hang out with Petra and or Ignatz, because they're a little behind everyone. Because I have 3 issues with my class progressions for all my characters. And that is, Ignatz and Petra both are at the level where they can move up to an intermediate class, but Petra doesn't have the flying right now necessary to become a Pegasus Knight, so that's something I'm really going to have to work on this video. And Ignatz has a similar issue. He can't become a Cavalier because of his riding ability, so both of those I'm going to have to fix. Bernadetta is my other big issue, and this one's a slightly bigger issue, the fact that she is a, let's hang out with Petra, seeing that she is going to become a War Monk, or Cleric. I always forget which one it is in this game, because when I always think it's one, it's always the other. Excuse me. But because female characters cannot become a brawler in at intermediate class, even though I get it. There's certain gender-specific classes. Like lore reasons that women can't become, or that men can't become Pegasus Knights. I get it. That's, like I said, there's lore reasons for that. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's try it one more time. Come on, Byleth, hold it out. Ah, damn it! I got too hot. Well, Petra feels refreshed. That was kind of the point.
I'm glad I asked.
Whatever. It is what it is. I love how Byleth's now all red-faced. I'm sorry. Back to my point. I get it that there are certain classes that are gender locked because women can only become Pegasus Knights because I think it has to do with the Pegasus don't like men. Even though I believe Crom rode one in Awakening, but I think that's. Although, there was, what was Sumia? Was that her name? Something like that.
Mercedes. Her face looks familiar.
I think it was Sumia or something like that was also riding with him, so it's a whole thing there.
I know Lord Rodrigue. He paid repeated visits to His Highness after the previous king was killed.
Say, I hear that a knight of Seros named Gilbert will be joining us for our mission this moon. He is skilled, which is surely a boon for us. Still, that was not very thoughtful of Lady Rhea. No, It's nothing. In any case, you should at least introduce yourself to him before we depart. House Gautier is Sylvain's home. It would be nice of you to check on him as well.
Oh yeah, there's something I do want to talk about with Sylvain and kind of like the characters in general. But I'll, like I said, I'll finish this freaking point. So yeah, like I was saying, just I get it. There are certain, you know, Valkyrie I think is another one that I guess it makes sense that is gender locked, but I don't know. I still think that something like a brawler and a war master, I get it. There's going to be male locked characters, you know. If there's going to be female locked characters, there should be male locked characters like the Dark Bishop or what. I don't know, just because down the road I can make a woman into a war cleric. I think that a woman should also be able to become a brawler, if that makes sense. Although I guess I kind of also understand it, because a woman can't become a war master, that in the original code of the game,
focused.
I don't know. It's one of those, I understand it, it's just a little frustrating, I guess. But it's one of those that it's made frustrating by the DLC, not made frustrating by the original game itself. So, it's a whole thing. If you understood that little, hopefully you understood the trip my brain went on there.
Who's next?
But no, what I wanted to say about Sylvain was that that dialogue with him and I wanted to say Balthus, but it was him and Dedue. It was really nice. I think Sylvain is a really kind character. I don't think he gets, you know, because everybody in the game kind of treats him like he's just a whoremonger. Well, I guess whoremonger isn't correct, you know, because I don't think he treats women necessarily like that. But, you know, he's very much he's a flirt. He's a, you know, you all know Sylvain.
Is that all?
But he's got a lot more depth than I think than you see at first. I really like Sylvain. He's a really nice character.
That's
So, you have a crest too, eh, Professor? Does that mean you're descended from nobility? You've certainly got the look for it. I sure do wish there were more nobles like you, Professor. A teacher, a mercenary, and so very mysterious. How could a girl ever get enough?
I mean, really, I think all the characters in this game, I think they're all interesting. They're all really well-made characters. I mean, yeah, I think up front they all have their thing, if that makes sense.
We're at that fight in the Holy Mausoleum, right? I sincerely hope the holy artifacts are unscathed. I admit I wish I could have been there to see it all, even if it does make me queasy. But I was there too early. I'd gone first thing in the morning. At noon, one of the monks chased me out, saying I'd been there too long. Who were they to decide when I've been somewhere too long?
And you know what I mean by they all have their thing, you know, like Linhart is lazy and sleepy, Bernadetta's, or Dorothea, I always do that. Dorothea is always on the lookout for a husband. Bernadetta is extremely shy. Dedue is very loyal to the king, and that's about it. Sylvain, like I said, is kind of a womanizer. They all have that sort of character trait that almost defines them, which isn't super surprising. A lot of games that have that, you know, a lot of games like this do something very similar.
to rout bandits in the kingdom, is it not? I find the idea unsettling. Though the bandits have captured a large prize, they are insignificant in and of themselves. The matter would be more appropriately dealt with by Margrave Gautier or the Fargus royal family. I grant that I am most likely jumping at shadows, but I fear that if Fargus is weakened, the tipped scales will lead to widespread...
What was I saying? Yeah, but you know, I mean, it's not super uncommon that games like this that have this like wide kind of like character base. It has, you know, characters that are all kind of, you know, they all have their one standout character trait. Yet I think
Just awful what happened with the rite of rebirth. The infirmary. Well, it was a mess. things are finally calm again, and so I've come here to unwind. Let me tell you, I put all of my knowledge to use keeping those kids alive. Still, the truth of it is that when someone faces death for the first time, well, they figure out who they are. They learn if they can do it again. We can't lose them, Professor. Not to battle or to cowardice. If you can keep them going, then I will too.
What was I saying? Basically what I'm saying, it's just, even other Fire Emblem games, I've noticed that the characters have very similar sorts of, that the characters are very, very similar in that sense. But I think what this game does very well is the fact that it takes the characters, and yes, like I said, on their face, they are all very, kind of defined by certain character traits, but there's still... I think they all have enough depth that definitely makes them interesting. I think that's what I'm trying to say, in my own roundabout way, but...
I'm not secretly eating cake. Okay, what's Bernie doing right now? Oh, fine. You got me. But keep it a secret, all right?
I love Bernadette. Oh my god, she's so fun. I love that. No, I'm not secretly eating cake. Do I want to go down and down into a bit? I can't speak. Do I want to go down into Abyss and talk to the Ashen Wolves right now? Yeah. I wanted to see if we could. I wanted to see if we could find any items that would get people to change classes. Blah 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 blah.
Your class seems pretty. What do you say? I believe.
There we go.
Wonder. By the way, I'll need some time.
We got Linhardt. I made sure that in between videos I gave Byleth an item that's gonna boost his magic. So.
Hey, Professor, did you happen to see that man I was looking for earlier? I just spotted him by the dining hall, but then he ran away. To be honest, he's my father. He's using a different name now, but there's no mistaking it. It's him. I know it is. Father, I found you at last.
Let's see, I'll take that.
Aristocrats are fools, allowing their lives to be dictated by their crests. Though, I suppose I am much the same in that regard. Yes, I'm actually very...
I want to say I need 15 in magic to recruit her.
Be peaceful and quiet with a sprinkle of drama to keep things interesting. But since you arrived, it's been one thing after another. Is that just a coincidence, I wonder? What do you mean, Professor? But if you're here to...
Yeah, I need, I'm trying to think what I need for charm with Hilda. I think I need like a 35 or something in charm. I need something ridiculously high. Yeah. I'm not going to talk to Raphael just yet because I think with him, I still need to boost my heavy armor skill. I think my strength is enough because my strength's over 20, I do believe. Yeah, my strength's over 20, although maybe I need a 25 strength with Raphael to recruit him.
Hey there, Professor. I've been hearing about you a lot lately. If you ever...
Yeah.
I pay top G. Hey, how about a favor?
There you go. I'll do all that for you. You don't help me with heavy armor skills, though, so I don't really need your help. Let's come out here is Lorenz.
Heard that someone from House Gautier, one of the Kingdom of Fargus's noble families, is causing some sort of commotion. What a complete disgrace to them. It would seem that it's a shame
And again, it's my charm. That's another stat that I really need to focus on boosting.
never required. Hail, Professor. If I may introduce myself, I am Gilbert. My life has been spent as a dedicated knight. I am to accompany you on your... I may have slowed a step in recent years, but I pledge to you the full extent of my abilities. No, Professor. The pleasure...
And thank you for the help.
Wow, Lord Rodrigue in the flesh. What is Felix doing? This is such a rare opportunity for him to see his family.
Yeah, Felix doesn't seem very warm and fuzzy with anybody, be it family or not.
Why is that fish so? Perhaps it is resigned. Ah, Professor. I would like to have more opportunities to connect with you. Though I'm certain...
Blah, blah, blah. Oh, shit.
I would like to...
Forgot to...
Might you help me with a favor?
There we go. I'll take that quest. Alright, talk to everybody around here. Let's go down, check out the... Oh, do I finally get the... finally get the blacksmith.
Could you help me out?
Sure.
What?
Ooh, I also got all the quest for all of those, what to call them? Those merchants. Let's come up this way.
The coffin of Saros in the Holy Mausoleum should have held her remains. Instead, they say it held the sword of the Creator. What could it mean?
Not gonna try to recruit him just yet.
Some people are unhappy because they don't have the crest they want. And some are unhappy because they have a crest they never asked for. It's about your class. Huh? Oh, thank you. I should be more comfortable speaking after I get to know you better.
There we go.
The head of the Western Church holds the title of bishop. That's not as distinguished as an archbishop, such as Lady Rhea.
Can we just say Pope?
Comes with a fair amount of authority. If someone in that position plotted an assassination, I cannot help but think it must have been instigated by some outside force. There are bishops in the Eastern Church as well, but to speak frankly, they do not have much impact. They are under the influence of both the Archbishop and the Leicester Alliance, so their ability to voice grievances is quite limited.
Like I said, can we just call Rhea what she is? The Pope.
You acquitted yourself honorably last month. To think they'd go into the Holy Mausoleum and assault the Goddess Tower. I cannot imagine the Western Church was acting on its own. Someone must have been. As for the masked knight who escaped, I hope we find him soon.
Recruit? Do I need to? I think I need to be level 15 for them. I could be wrong.
My son, perchance. I have need of it. Is that so? I must ask him.
Okay. Wasn't sure. Can I do faculty training with him?
I'm so sorry my older brother is causing you all this hassle, Professor. Don't misunderstand. I always thought he was a piece of garbage. But I never thought he'd steal the relic. I can't wait to see his face when he realizes I'm in the group that was sent to take him down.
You know, if I remember correctly, he doesn't think his brother's garbage because he doesn't have a crest. I mean, Sylvain's got really interesting thoughts when it comes to people with crests and people without crests. It's one of those that it's a sad reality that everybody's so focused, but he still thinks it's dumb.
This is
I don't know.
my first time.
I find it interesting.
North. I hear the people of North are cold and have much loneliness. Professor, I hear you have worked as a mercenary in the kingdom. Did you find joy in this? You cannot remember? Is that having possibility? I have amazement.
Let's go see our buddy Caspar up here.
I heard a relic was stolen. If this had something to do with a family conflict, I don't think I could choose a side. think I'd be a pretty good judge of. I know relics aren't easy to come by, but I'd still like to get my hands on one.
Professor.
I'm trying to think, does Caspar have a crest? No, he doesn't, huh?
Right.
For some reason I thought he did. Well, I mean, I can fix that. I can basically give him a crest. Because I've got all these crest items, which are... I really like the addition of those. I think that's really neat for a New Game Plus. But... really lets you spread out the hero's relics. Well, we'll get more into that when we actually get some. Well, actually, we're going to get one at the end of this chapter, so...
So the whole plan to attack the monastery was some plot devised by the Western Church? That means they used Lenato. What right do they have to drag a good man like him into their schemes? There's going to be a big investigation into the Western Church soon. I wish I could be a part of it. I want to hear for myself why Lenato had to...
Oh, poor Ash. You are too pure for this world. I'll just grab all of these.
You have helped me so much.
Yeah, I know how renown works.
Need something?
I should pick that up. Get a free Divine Pulse charge. Bow skills.
This one?
I'll get this one just so I can get boosted brawling.
You're all set. See you again soon.
Yeah, we'll leave it for now. I think,
Professor, you looked like a natural wielding the sword of the Creator. It's strange, though, isn't it? The last owner of the sword was Nemesis, but I thought he didn't have any descendants.
what was I about to say? After I'm done running around, I'm probably gonna go give everybody all of these, I'm trying to think what to call them. All these lost items. Alright, let's see. Felix is first.
Have you seen a man who looks like me? He's middle-aged and relatively tall. If you get the chance, tell him I've gone out, okay?
Oops.
Hey, I heard about the things you did. I'm so glad Lady Ray is safe. I figure you're a great person after all, Professor. I learned all sorts, cleaning, chopping. I'm happy to help you out with anything you need to. You betcha, since...
Fine. I still hate you. I said I'm gonna try and use pretty much every character in this run, but I still hate him.
Hey, Teach, I hear you were able to use the Sword of the Creator. That means... what does that mean? Could it mean that you're a descendant of Nemesis, the King of Liberation?
No, it just means horrible, horrible experiments were run on me as a child. Is Alois not here this month? Oh, well, that's a pain in my ass. Because that means I can't get more training in heavy armor. And I keep only getting goods anytime I do train.
Ah, Professor. Gerald, it seems he has gone off. If he is not in his room, then... I have something to ask of you. I have something to ask of you. Ah, Professor. It seems if he is not...
Yeah. What do you... Yeah, he doesn't do anything with heavy armor.
You must be rather bewildered by the power. However, know that I believe in you. You will most certainly fulfill the...
Blah, blah, blah.
May I ask a favor of you? May I ask a favor of you? I'm pleased to have been invited. I am grateful.
Oh well, if I can get a perfect tea time, this will at least boost my charm.
Of course. I see.
Okay.
Of course. Of course.
Got it.
Have you grown accustomed to living in the monastery? Is that so?
Damn it.
How quickly?
I need to get better tea times. Well, okay, you know what?
Appreciate your effort.
I got +1 charm. I thought I had to get a perfect tea time to boost my charm, but you know what? I got a +1 there. I'll take it. It's not could have been worse.
Really? Oh, Professor, are you looking for Captain Gerald? I just saw him in the night. He was talking with a female knight, but I didn't get a good look at who.
Yeah, it was Catherine. Remember correctly. Huh, I thought his like a flask or he had some lost item up here. I guess not.
Oh my, the crest of flames? Could it really? Yes, the actual crest of flames. No, that is quite enough. I should compose myself. I must remain objective in my research.
I respect your self-control there. Who else? Just have to talk to Ignatz, and we've talked to everybody.
Hi. Don't you think Professor Hanneman's been acting a bit strange? Maybe he's made some...
Stranger than usual? I don't see it. Alright, there we go. So we've talked to everyone, and we just have general quests to complete. What to do? You know what? I'm gonna head... Excuse me. I'm gonna head down to Abyss just to talk to the last 3 Ashen Wolves, but before I do that, I'm gonna go check my check on one of my dogs. Alright, well, the dog's fine. All that, you know, just wanted a little bit of attention. Apparently a bunch of people left the house and left the dog. we just got a new puppy a couple days ago, so it's not happy right now. So I'm gonna try and finish some stuff up and then go play with them a little bit and wait for some people to get home and then finish out the rest of this video.
You're a busy one, aren't you? Always on the road. Being a professor seems like a tough gig. Back when I was first enrolled here, we rarely traveled. The Battle of the Eagle and Lion was about it. This really stirs up the old memories. When I took part, my house lost. May have been my fault. It's hard to believe, but I was pretty rash back then.
Back then?
Think I can join in again this year? Bet you can pull some strings and make it happen, yeah?
Miklon. I know that guy. In Northern Fargus, he's pretty well known. And not in a good way.
The guy does what he pleases. Attacking towns in Margrave Gautier's territory relentlessly. Stealing food and even abducting women.
I may be the leader of a bunch of thugs, too. But I'm nothing like that slime bag. Hate's a strong word. It's more that I think I could lead his bandits in a better... A hero's relic can turn a slimebag like Miklon into a knight. I know you've got one of those shinies yourself, but don't go doing anything reckless.
One of those shinies. I like that. I'm trying to think. We still got to talk to Happy. There was one other thing I wanted to bring up. And Iron Lance, Venom Axe. Okay, not bad. Actually, I needed a few. Oh, right. Now I remember what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the classes for the characters. Linhardt on my, as I always say, highly scientific, randomized whatever, ended up as a soldier. So I think, you know what? I'm just going to turn him into a Holy Knight down the road. Seeing I've already got 2 Dark Knights with Annette and Ignatz, I'm going to turn him into a Holy Knight. You know, he's already good at magic. I think it fits. Him and Ash.
I like how it lights up, but now that you have it, the church is going to want to use your power for their own ends. Are you going to let that happen? Good. Glad to hear it. You got to think for yourself. You're too good to become one of their stooges.
So that's what Linhardt's gonna become. Marianne on the, you know, again, my highly scientific randomization, which is basically just me closing my eyes and pressing down a whole bunch of times on the initial 4 classes, ended up as a monk, which she's already classed as. So with her, I'm just gonna make her a Gremory. I think it fits her skills and everything. I think it'll be a nice, easy thing to make her. And as far as Cyril goes, I was kind of hoping he'd get Fighter, so I can actually get a Wyvern Knight, or a Wyvern Rider, which I realize I don't have at the moment. So with him, I decided to make him a come on, brain. I decided to make him a we ended up with a Myrmidon with him, actually. So sword class, I need a second Trickster. So he's going to be a Trickster.
Professor, don't you think everyone's making too big a fuss over these crests, or heroes relics, or whatever they're called? How important can that stuff really be? Personally, I don't even care that I don't have a crest. I'll take muscles over crests any day. Heck, I'll take muscles over a hot meal. Actually, good to see you, Professor. I was just on my way to...
Nope. Heavy armor's still a little on the light side.
The cough instead.
Blah, blah, blah.
Professor, well.
Nope. Still. That or my dexterity just isn't high enough, but with him it's more surprising, because I think my dexterity should be, yeah, it's at 15. It should be high enough.
So?
Oh, well.
Oh.
Oh, Gerald? He said something about there's a graveyard.
Yeah, he's visiting the grave, blah, blah, blah. Sorry if I'm kind of shooting through this. I already hear the dog crying again, so I gotta go give him attention.
Hey.
I'd bring him here in my room with me, but he still, I tried that and he still came in here and cried.
Hey, I wanted to ask you to join me, but I couldn't find you. So, here I am. I was thinking we should visit your mother. She's resting beneath this humble grave. Oh, of course you would ask that. I wouldn't know where to begin. I suppose I haven't talked much about her. She was gentle and smart. Oh, so smart. A wonderful cook. Always kind to everyone. And she loved flowers. Whenever I brought her back an unusual flower, her face would light up. I cherish those memories. I can't count how many times she made me happy just by smiling. And she smiled the most when she was pregnant with you. She died right after you were born. She wasn't able to spend much time with you, but she loved you with all her heart. That's the truest thing I know. Never forget it. This ring is the only keepsake I have of her. In time, it will be yours. One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love as well as I love her.
Alright, there we go. And no, he can't help me with heavy armor. There we go. We've completed our mission. That's pretty much all the commentary I need to do this video. You know, I'll kind of clean up the last couple of these quests and some stuff off camera and whatever. You've seen the interludes. We should, you know, kind of have the pacing of all this stuff down by now. So I'm gonna close here, guys. Thanks for watching. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a little rushed because of the dog. I'm out.
It is a long... It is...
You have my I work.
I've really...
I could have. Oh, thanks. I feel like this.
It's no.
May I ask a...
I guess I could do that.
Professor.
Okay, I've decided on the composition. That's right, the composition for my next paint. Wait, Professor? How long have you been standing there? You haven't been watching me, have you? No, I misspoke. Did I say painting? I meant to say, well, I've thought for a while that it might be nice to paint the scenery here. The contours of that tree, set against the stark shapes of the faraway peaks. Of course, I only paint after I've finished my chores. I'd never put my art before my responsibilities. My studies are paramount. I shall always uphold my duties as a student of the Officers' Academy. Whereas art is a hobby of mine, you might say. Everyone has hobbies, right? I'm sure you have one. Oh, well, perhaps it's different for you, Professor. But it's perfectly normal for people to have hobbies. Reading, for instance, or fishing, or taking midday naps. For me, it's making art. Hobbies are healthy. They're a good way of relieving stress. You might consider taking up a hobby, Professor. Anything to clear your mind. Think about it. It's much easier to focus if you're feeling refreshed. There isn't a rule against hobbies, is there? If you tell me to stop, I'll stop. I shall never again put brush to canvas. Really? It's okay for me to paint? Well, I mean, if you're sure. But really, it's nothing more than a little diversion, a frivolous pastime. I think I ought to go back to my quarters now, if it's all the same to you.
You asked me here for a reason, yeah? Thanks. It's lukewarm. Got it. Nailed it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Nailed it. This cake is to die for. Just where did you get it? Don't tell me you made it. Wow. Cool. Thanks for the treat, friend.
Let's make this
I'm ready.
There's one.
I can do better now.
I'm really getting the hang of it.
I'm getting much better.
It's starting to take shape.
I feel like I get it now.
I think it's coming.
A bit more skill never hurt any.
All that studying?
I passed? Well...
I failed.
I know. A new...
It's fun. Thanks.
A bit more.
This is just...
It was... I don't know. My effort...
Thanks for... I learned...
Am I...
Professor!
Thanks for inviting... Thanks. This is really nice. Yeah. Wow. Hmm? Wow. Hmm? I see. I don't care. I see. Thanks for the tea.
There's one thing taking... It's starting.
I'm getting much better.
Am I making progress? It all makes sense now.
How long will this take?
Yeah. Impressed yet?
Guess I learned a thing or two.
Well done. You have my thanks.
Impressive. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Oh, is that Petra? Looks like she's out shopping.
Hey there, young lady. Are you looking to buy or would you rather cry? Just so you know, there's no beating my prices.
Cry. Beating. Are you wanting to battle me?
As in a battle of wills? Trust me, kid. You don't want to waste your life trying to beat me at... Huh?
Sword or bow? Which are you fighting with? You have skill with both, I'm thinking.
Petra, what are you doing? Why are you fighting? What did she say?
I was asked to be coming here and do the shopping, but then this merchant gave me her challenge.
Huh? This has to be a misunderstanding. Look, I'll help you. What were you trying to buy?
We are needing vulneraries. Many people make use of them and our stock is lowly.
Oh, got it. Just leave this to me. Come on, isn't that price a little high? Surely you can afford to go a bit lower.
Are you kidding? This is even lower than my usual bargain rate.
Really? Because the shop over by the gates is selling the same item for a little more than half that. Guess I'll have to head back there after all.
Hey, let's all take a deep breath. Here's the deal. I'll give you another 10% off. How's that?
Make it 20% and you've got a deal.
You drive a hard bargain. Fine, 20%. But you better be grateful.
The shopping was successful. You have my gratitude, Ash.
Not a problem. I'm used to this sort of thing.
Bargaining for prices in Fodlan is complicated. I am thankful for this bargain. Now the extra can be given back to our professor. I had learnings about the customs of Fodlan. I have gratitude for that, too.
I wouldn't call it a custom, exactly. It's just a trick we commoners use to save money.
Efficiency with money is a wonderful culture.
I promise you, it's really nothing special.
Am I in bed dreaming, or is that you, Mercedes? How serendipitous it is to see you again!
Yes, and here we are. You were so small when I saw you last. How you've grown.
I cannot express how worried I was to hear that you had left House Bartels. I was turned away any time I asked about you, and of course Emile would never tell me anything.
I'm sorry. There was so much going on in House Bartels back then. But enough about all that. How are you, Constance? I hear you've had hardships of your own.
Indeed. House Nouvelle is no more, and I went alone to the School of Sorcery.
Oh, you went to the Royal School of Sorcery? Just before I began at the Officers' Academy, I was studying there as well.
You were? It must have been after my graduation in 1177.
That was the year I enrolled. We probably just missed each other.
No! You mean to say that if I had stayed a trifle longer, we could have been reunited sooner?
It seems so. Ah, dear Constance. When we were little, I thought of you as my little sister. But now that you've grown up, I think our roles might be reversed. I'll be looking up to you now, and maybe even asking for your help sometimes.
You'd ask for my help? I never thought I'd see the day.
And yet you're seeing it. You know, I had another friend at the school. Her name is Annie. don't we all have some tea together? I'm sure you two would really hit it off.
You must mean Annette. Yes, I would welcome the chance to have a long chat with her. I'll prepare the tea straight away.
Oh, no need to rush. The tea isn't going anywhere.
Don't be ridiculous. Time is always of the essence. Why put off for later what I could?
Constance, I wonder what's the matter. Did something happen?
Mercedes, sharing your precious time with me is perhaps more than I deserve.
What do you mean?
Why sit with me when you could share your tea time with someone else? I shall instead stand and serve the tea, though if my presence still proves to be a burden.
Goodness, of course it isn't. Are you feeling all right?
My feelings are immaterial. Pardon me while I fetch the tea leaves at once.
Until a moment ago, everything seemed all right. Why did she change so suddenly? I'll have to ask her what's going on.
I have six...
I can't...
I actually passed.
I passed.
Easy.
Did you need something? This tea is my favorite. How did... My thanks. Delicious. Yes. What is not... Hmm? It was delicious.
Hold a moment, dog.
Are you speaking to me?
I don't see anyone else here, do you? You're that boar's lapdog.
Do not mock His Highness.
Spoken like a good pet. Why do you follow him with such devotion? Do you really think a man like that is worth it?
Fargus destroyed my homeland. Burned it all to the ground. Slaughtered my people.
The punishment of Dusker.
My father, my mother, my sibling. all were killed. We received no aid, no respite. Fargus murdered our dignity and torched our pride. His Highness is different. He is the only one who sees my people as human. He risked his life to save mine, and it is thanks to him that I no longer wish for death.
That's what we call blind obedience. Tell me, would you give your life for him?
Yes.
And what if he commanded you to join him in a senseless massacre?
I would do it.
Even a massacre of children, or the elderly, or your own comrades?
Without hesitation. You have misunderstood me. I am the sword and shield of His Highness. Weapons do not have a will of their own.
Blind obedience. You're right, I did misunderstand. I shouldn't have called you a lapdog. You're a rabid cur. You and the Boar Prince make quite a team. Two crazed animals.
I warned you not to mock His Highness. I am aware you have a history of friendship with him, but one more word.
I've said my piece. Scamper back to your master.
What are all these books doing on the floor? Hey, Cyril, what's going on here?
I'm tidying up the library, sweeping the floors, dusting the shelves, restacking the books.
Isn't there a schedule for library cleaning duty? Why are you doing all of this by yourself?
Oh, I'm helping out the kid whose job it is. He says I'm making him look bad, but I'm just happy to help. Besides, some of these books are valuable. Gotta handle them carefully. Not a lot of people get that.
But there are so many. You really think you'll get all this done today?
Easy. There's more stuff to do tomorrow, so the library has gotta get done today.
And I guess you're planning to do all that by yourself, too.
Yep.
Come on, it'll be dusk soon. Let me help.
Nah, it's my job and I'm gonna do it.
There is no way one person can shelve all these books before nightfall, Cyril.
Like I said, these books need to be handled real careful. Shouldn't you be doing your own thing anyway? This is my job, and I'm gonna do it because I know Lady Rhea expects it done a certain way.
I can't just stand here and watch. I won't get in your way, all right? I'll handle this shelf, and you take the next one.
Listen, I said I don't need your help.
I promise I'll be careful, okay? Let's just get to it.
Fine. You do over there, I'll do all of this.
Got it.
Ah, there it is. Just as I thought. But what is she hiding?
Oh, Linhardt. My apologies. I didn't mean to bother you.
Ah, Marianne. You're no bother at all. In fact, you've arrived at precisely the right time.
Huh? The right time for what?
You have a crest, don't you?
I don't... What are you saying?
If you hide it, that just makes it more interesting. You do have one.
Please don't tell anyone. You can't tell anyone I have a crest. If people find out, then...
What?
Please, my adoptive father told me to keep it a secret. And I personally don't want it known.
Who said I intended to tell anyone? Your secret is safe with me. I find it fascinating that you carry the crest of the erased hero.
Please stop, don't say another word. No one should know about or even speak of my crest. Nothing good comes of it. It's even the reason my parents disappeared. This crest only brings bad luck to anyone who comes near me. Even you, Linhardt, you have to stay away.
Bad luck generated by the crest? Now that would be a discovery well worth making. What manner of bad luck do you suppose might beset me?
No, you shouldn't be so cavalier about something you couldn't possibly understand. I have to go.
It's true, I don't understand. but I very much want to.